The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Game 1 of the NBA season. A time of hope. A time of optimism.
There's that word again.
You know what? That was so, I don't know, it was so deep and it was so heartfelt the way I delivered it, I thought. I almost can't go on.
I'm just bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Oh, well, let's move on. Kenny's here. Shaq is here.
All right, are you a rabbit?
And just before the game, the championship rings distributed to the players by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. And a proud moment indeed for this team and their fans. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan.
Coward Let's Bones.
Battles always fun. This time it's the Cleveland Cavaliers intent on protecting home court. And this matchup with the Knicks, hard to believe, just the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season. Last season, they won all 4 games, showing complete dominance.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, these two teams haven't changed that much, so I wouldn't be surprised if they run the table on them again.
And now, the New York Knicks starters. Melo and Porzingis, the 2 stars at the forward spots. Lee out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Love kicks to Thompson. Good on the shot. And opening night, Smitty, always a lot of excitement for the fans. As a player, does it feel a little different than any other regular season game?
Yeah, it does. I mean, you're excited. You get a chance to have new teammates, new logos, new branding. And the one thing is all 30 teams feel they can win a championship just on opening night.
It all begins brand new, doesn't it?
Yes.
On defense, the Knicks. James with it. He's picked up by Lee. Ball's knocked loose. Porzingis with the steal. 17-foot shot on the way. Count that bucket.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he didn't outright say he was satisfied with his defense, but he did say that offense was important tonight. He told me numbers 1, 2, and 3 on our list are getting good movement, good looks, and making some shots. That's our focus. We'll see if they can make that happen tonight. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David. Well, the offensive approach, a primary force in the game plan today, guys.
Yeah, they are out to put up a big number today, and I think they can do it.
Yeah, they have guys that can flat out score the basketball. When they get 2 or 3 guys going, they're tough to defend.
And so it's Cleveland with it.
Another whistle, and he's got to be careful with his foul situation.
The one thing about LeBron James, he's had a huge impact on the basketball court, but also off the court. Always taking a stand on a lot of social issues.
And LeBron showing solidarity with a lot of popular causes. It's a tricky balance, Steve. You know this, you played the game. I'm sure for a player that is so much like LeBron in the public eye.
Yeah, he's done a nice job of being an activist. He's taken on a lot of roles, but there are sometimes when fans, they want you to say more. He's in a unique position. I think we can safely say he's done more in that regard than a lot of his peers. I love the technique he uses, leveraging his position down low, then just using sheer size to snatch the rebound.
Count that one.
Seizing every opportunity to score. LeBron outworking, out-hustling people inside.
Lee kicks to Porzingis. Drills it from outside. Porzingis has got 7 points.
He's been very decisive, very accurate shooting the basketball. Extremely productive quarter so far.
It's stolen by Rose. Pass to Lee. And there's the feed to Noah. Back to Lee. The 11-footer. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. Lee's got his first points of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
LeBron kicks to Love. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
The vision of Love, the willingness to make the extra pass, just more reasons why he's so dangerous in this offense.
Now here's Rose. Outside, Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
He had all the room he needed to get the shot off. Just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
There's the three. And LeBron James with the three. James has got his second basket.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
He certainly has it early on. He came out with some energy tonight.
Count that one.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Irving kicks to LeBron. Irving against Rose. This one for three. The shot, no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. And everyone knows that the Knicks have been committed to the triangle offense. Not the easiest offense to run or learn, Greg Anthony, but they are staying with it.
And I think for the foreseeable future, that is going to be the plan. I mean, their roster can work with it, but it hasn't been easy thus far. You wonder if the offense has simply fallen out of favor due to the up-tempo nature of the modern NBA.
And stolen by Thomas. And stolen by Irving. 3-on-3. Smith wide open. He fires. And another miss by Cleveland. Thomas passes to Porzingis. A baseline J. And there's another one for the Knicks.
It just seems like the more he touches
Tāpēc, ka es koncentrējos nereāli.
The Cavaliers trail by 7, so timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Es nereāli koncentrējos.
And a bit of an end of an air when Joakim Noah left Chicago. Many figured he'd be a Bull for life, but with the reduced role and issues with others in the organization, Steve, it seemed like the writing was on the wall.
Yeah, for Joakim Noah, one of those guys you just said, hey, he's always going to be there. But I think the injuries and them being able to play at a high level without Joakim Noah, he'll definitely be missed. But it was just time for Joakim Noah to move on.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Jefferson comes in for Kevin Love. Amon Shumpert's checked in for Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving. 1:21 left to play here in the first. Kept alive. The kick out to Williams. Bangs home the trifecta. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Here's Kuzminskis. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Jefferson kicks to Frye. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Outside Jennings, taken away by Williams. Lets it go from 14. Poked away.
Wow, how do you miss from that close? That wide open, painful.
Shumpert dishes to Frye. Here's James. Here's Shumpert. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Shumpert's got his first points in this one. Williams against Jennings. Here's Kuzminskis. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
New York shooting their first free throw of the night. 17 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's LeBron. Tight defense on him. From deep. No good. Shot missing. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Knicks lead by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Kamēr aplis ir sodiņi, jāmet būs.
And catching up with Porzingis. He spoke with us.
Definitely wasn't a good feeling when you get booed at the draft. But with all the hard work I did and all the sacrifices and all the stuff that was going on, and I pushed through it, and I was able to win the fans over.
Yeah, Knicks fans really gave it to Porzingis, and most of them hadn't even seen him play.
And it was unfair, but that's sports. You know, who knows? Maybe it motivated him to prove people wrong. He's been tougher than a lot of people thought, and that's, you know, you got to tip your hat to him.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Everyone on the court just has an eye for what the offense is going to do next, and that's beautiful to watch.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Cleveland, it's Love and Fry, the sharpshooting big men. Mo Williams out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Jefferson in at the 3 slot. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Cleveland. Now here's Love. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Poke loose. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyrie Irving was a virtuoso ball handler when he came into the league. He could penetrate at will and get to the rim. With all the injuries over the years, he's made an adjustment to that. He said, I enjoy finishing around the big men, but honestly, I'm trying to stay off the floor. I'm not going to stop trying to get to the basket, but with the big men we have, they don't have to do it every single time. We all learned that lesson over the years, Kevin.
Pay the price going in there, don't you, DA? Thank you. Steve, now that it's all said and done, when you look back in your career, do you have one of those single moments that stand out as your favorite?
Yeah, I think my favorite for me is probably on draft night. And then I think the moment that he retired. So everything in between, and the good and the bad. A lot of people point to the championships and all-star and the gold medals. But I think the relationships, the ups and downs, the injuries, just everything, it shapes you as a young man.
One of the, going with the saying that the journey is the reward.
It's totally right, Kevin. I mean, that journey, a lot of people don't get a chance to have that journey. So you want to appreciate even the things that didn't go so well.
Great perspective. And so it's New York with it, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Hey, let's see if this turns into a long-range shootout.
Stolen by Holiday. Here's Jennings. And it's sent back by Irving. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Smith checked in for Iman Shumpert. Lee's checked in for New York. Rose comes in for Brandon Jennings. Deep 2 from Anthony. The shot, no good. Jefferson with some nice deep. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Irving passes to Love. Here's Fry, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
The length and athleticism of Fry showing up inside.
New York's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Anthony. Tries again. No good from Hernan Gomez.
Even though he couldn't quite convert the layup, I like him being in attack mode.
Here's Rose. New York, no good that time either.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Fry, that's tipped. Outside Anthony. And shot on the way. Rose with another miss. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Another miss by Irving.
Surprising. He usually puts the dagger in your heart. That wide open from 3. That would have been a good time to just keep it simple.
Porzinho is laukom, nice.
Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers trail by 5.
Kyrie Irving, former #1 overall draft pick, rookie of the year, multiple all-star games, gold medalist. He has his own signature shoe, and yet I think he still has room to even get better.
Inside. And there's Noah on the assist by Anthony. Noah's got his first 2 points.
The athleticism of Noah really allowed him to get that shot off.
Smith for three. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And Kyrie Irving says he'd like to take on more of a leadership role that can be tricky sometimes when you're a guy playing with the superstar like LeBron James.
Yes, because he's obviously one of those leaders that he's been in place as a leader, one of the best players. But I think Kyrie Irving is trying to learn from LeBron and take more of a leadership role. You can do that. You can have two leaders on a team.
LeBron's checked in for Cleveland. Williams comes in for Irving. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for New York. Here's Noah. Count it. And now a 7-point Knicks lead.
Great focus by Noah. Also tracked that rebound down, caught it, and scored.
For three, Smith. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Lee. Here's Anthony. And the rejection by LeBron.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
And play stops as it looks like they call an over-the-back here.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
The Cavaliers really wanted Channing Frye. Made the deal at the trade deadline. They took a huge luxury tax hit to add him to the team.
Now here's Rose. Here's O'Quinn. And James pulls it down.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Yeah, but he has to take that shot 10 out of 10 times. It was right there for him. His eyes just lit up as soon as he realized he was wide open from outside. The defense had to do a much better job.
And the basket by Rose. And Frye at 6'11", an excellent three-point shooter. He gives the Cavaliers, Steve, a different look in the front court.
In the playoffs, it's all about matchups. He has some big games, helping them sweep the Atlanta Hawks in the semis. When you have shooters at every position, it's tremendously difficult to defend.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Shumpert's checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Anthony. Justin Holiday comes in for Lee. And it's Jennings in for Rose. Now let's check out the rebounds and where they're coming from. Here's a breakdown showing the front court and the back court rebounding numbers for New York.
And their big men are getting the bigger percentage of these boards. You know, you expect that, and they'll need them to continue to patrol the paint and clean up the mess if they're going to win this game.
Free throw good from Holiday.
It's so hard to slow down the Cavs offensively. Reason why is they spread you out with a lot of shooters, and then they have that guy, LeBron James, who breaks you down, get in the paint, and once you collapse, he kicks it out or he can score the basketball.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. And Brandon Jennings gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And the Cavs with inside-out scoring ability, Steve. You can't just play them for the drive or the outside shot.
Yeah, they're well-rounded. They have shooters, they have penetrators, they have post-up guys, and LeBron is really the one who brings it all together with his playmaking ability.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Nobody near Williams. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Cleveland's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Now here's James. O'Quinn defending. Dishes it to Thompson. Back to LeBron. The screen from Thompson. Bobs it up. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. In the...
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Deron Lute. Deron, what problems are you seeing out there?
Just be able to make shots. We just got to relax. We just got to keep playing.
Thanks for your time, Deron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we're halfway through this one. The new NBA season getting underway. I'm Ernie Johnson. Got
Shaquille
O'Neal. Always great to be around you, knuckleheads.
Thank you, brother.
It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 13 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possessions. They did a great job of that in the first half.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
As we return to look at the corner of Euclid and East 6th in downtown Cleveland, just a few blocks from our spot here at Quicken Loans Arena. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
I like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
I love to watch active defenders like him who never make anything easy for the opposition. He embodies great D.
The Knicks leading by 3, and on the floor for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half. Melo and Porzingis, the 2 stars at the forward spots. Lee out there with Derrick Rose, and it's Noah in at the center filling out the middle. We've seen so many former players who are now coaches in the NBA and players that, Steve, you played against. Do you ever think that they'd be coaches when you faced off against them as you were playing them?
Yeah, some of those guys, for sure, like a Jason Kidd, I say he's going to make a great coach one day. You just knew it was in his blood. Now you get a chance to see Steve Kerr, T. Lue, Tyronn Lue's one of those guys. He's going to make a good coach, and they're doing it right now and having a lot of success.
Kevin McHale, to me, was the thinking man's player, was a terrific coach. He did both, but he lost the job at Houston, which shocked so many people.
You know, I thought he did a fantastic job. And one thing you love about Kevin McHale, he also was a general manager, then got a chance to come to the coaching role. He just has a basketball mind. He loves the game.
Joakim Noah hits them both.
Guys, you know what I like about Noah? His entire career, it's been about defense. Defense, defense, defense.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Love. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 16 points per last year, 10 rebounds and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 5. Here's Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
Solid screen set by LeBron, willing to sacrifice his body.
Porzingis against Love. And that one drops for him. And that's 15 points for Porzingis.
Once he realized who was on him, he confidently went straight up and sunk that easy look.
Love with the bucket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Rose kicks to Porzingis. He can't get that one, and Cleveland will come the other way. Down low for the tie. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You talk about off-season dedication. Kevin Love has been able to transform his body since he came into the NBA, going from around 265 pounds at UCLA to where he is now.
Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Smith. Now here's Porzingis, 15 points in the game. And it comes off the front of the rim.
It has not been an easy quarter for him offensively, but I like that he's staying aggressive.
Jefferson kicks to Irving. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night.
The thing about Kyrie, he has great natural balance when setting up for the jumper.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
Now here's Jefferson, looking for his first basket still in this one. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
And Cleveland making a change here. Fry's checked in, and that one drops. Jefferson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Cavs.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Rose can't hit. For Cleveland, they've gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor.
No defensive pressure. That's a three-point attempt he loved to have back.
It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. James, that's a 2-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
Taken away by Anthony. And he converts the layup. Anthony's got his first 2 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Irving with it. Now Anthony defending. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's his 5th foul.
And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That's his 5th foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
Von Shumpert's checked in for Cleveland. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. Now here's Jennings. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Yep, that one goes. 3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone.
And the Cleveland Cavaliers winning the first title in franchise history, upsetting the favorites, the Golden State Warriors. First time ever a team returned from a 3-1 deficit in the finals to win.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Williams is checked in. A Holiday. Richard Jefferson missing on the 3. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And GA, the Cavs are now the hunted team. Do you like their chances of repeating as champions?
I think they've got as good a chance as anyone, and probably better because they really have owned the East. If they can stay healthy, no reason to think they can't do it again. You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Yeah, questionable, but it almost got through. It's probably a quick bucket if it did.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Lance Thomas. Here's Williams after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Here's Fry. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Fry's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
He saw his teammate had good position inside and hit him with a flawless pass.
Feeds it to O'Quinn. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 7.
He had just enough breathing room around the basket, and he found a way to convert it.
The Cavaliers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And Cavs coach Tyronn Lue, very detail-minded, but more than anything, Steve, he's tried to change the spirits around this Cavaliers team.
He wants the players to enjoy it, to savor the moment. He's not afraid to get on his players, but he knows that if they're having fun and getting after it, the talent in his team will do the rest.
Look, Diaz. Zone.
That drives you nuts.
Zone.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Richard Jefferson. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for the Knicks. Lee comes in for Justin Holiday. Now the dish to O'Quinn. Jennings for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Jennings has got 5 points in the quarter.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
I totally agree. They just can't be stopped. They're just firing on all cylinders.
And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Jennings. 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
He really looks composed shooting the ball this half. Much more consistent, hitting a much higher percentage.
Pass to Fry. They need this. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. Noah's got 7 rebounds in the game. That's a 2 from Lee, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
And all of a sudden you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Coming at a great time for this team down the stretch in the 3rd quarter. I love when teams get hot right before the 4th.
Jennings for 3. Love grabs the board. Another shot. No good that time. Outside jumper. Fry. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot right here.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league. If only Fry could get there more often.
Both good from the line that time. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Well, through 3/4 of play.
Nu può wel perder eens.
May be difficult to overcome. Knicks lead by 13. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. LeBron and Thompson are up front, and it's Shumpert in at the small forward spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
One of the best small men in the league at
Come on.
inside. Kyrie Irving.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. And nowadays we see a lot less players who stay on one team for their entire career. Smitty, you played for 6 different teams in your career. Would you have rather stayed in just one spot?
No, I think when I look at it, when I look back at my career, at first at the time, Kevin, a little upset moving around, but the experience I got and to win the championship, I got a chance to move from organization to organization, meet so many different people. I like the change. My wife didn't like it.
I was just going to say, how'd your family react to all that?
Well, the one thing about it is my kids weren't old enough to change. They weren't in school yet, so that helped.
Huge.
My wife, I got to give her a lot of credit. She did a good job of being the champion at home while I was gone.
Do you know what they say? Behind every successful man is a surprised wife. You and I are lucky in that regard, aren't we?
Yes, indeed.
Porzingis can't hit.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And they pick up 2. LeBron's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And credit Kyrie, tremendous vision. Finds the open man.
Here's Porzingis. New York, no good that time either. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Smith dishes to Jefferson. No one near James as he lets it go. Another miss by James. Here's Porzingis. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And Thompson throws it down.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches, right at the basket.
Porzingis against LeBron. Shot from the top of the key. Right through the cylinder that time. All net. 22 points for Porzingis. Cavaliers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. James kicks to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
The vision of LeBron, always finding open teammates.
The Knicks leading by 7. Porzingis with the ball. It's tipped and stolen by LeBron. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Jefferson. And 12 points for Tristan Thompson.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They've done a great job, but they're not done yet.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And he knocks down the first one. Love check in for the Cavaliers. And a switcher also for New York. Lee's checked in. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. In the corner, Smith with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Out to lead. To the inside. Stolen by Thompson. Smith right side. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Smith's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Porzingis. The offensive rebound.
After putting up zeros in the first half, he is making up for it big time now.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Smith outside, wide open, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Oh, the Wiley one. That's a big bucket. JR taking things into his own hands.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Anthony. That shot off. Great D that time from James. To take the lead. It's rebounded by New York.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Fades back. That doesn't go either for Porzingis.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan. That's a great example of the importance of chemistry. He knew where his teammate wanted the ball, and he put it right there.
It's tipped. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. And New York making a change here. Noah's checked in. .25 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Porzingis. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
The drive by Anthony. Connects.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
The difference is he wanted it. There was no way he was letting anybody else take that shot.
James, the pass to Irving. From outside the arc. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Here's Anthony. It's tipped and stolen by Love. From 18 feet away. Misses off the left iron. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Now here's Anthony. Pass to Lee. Noah the screen. Beyond the arc. Porzingis can't hit. Now LeBron. Here's Thompson. Oh, missed it. And that's an intentional foul. So a close game sees New York take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional
punkt.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Woo. Thanks very much, Joe. Congrats on the win. Seems like you guys really brought the emotion. How big is it to do that on the road?
It was just a big win for us. To be able to take one on the road like this is huge. Now we got a little momentum. Stay focused, and this is what it's all about.
AD seal domāju, tur pašās pēdējās, kad man atņēma mūsu.
Thanks, Joe. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. Superb. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis. He didn't waste any time. The first quarter numbers he put up were frightening and certainly set the table for his team to prosper here tonight.
Excellent scoring effort from him tonight.
Nice.
Every time it seemed like they needed a bucket, he was the guy there to give it to him. The defense really never got a feel for him and how to play him.
Tell you what, he was not one of the guys the fans thought they would beat them, but that's exactly what happened. He went out there and played the best game of his life, and it's the #1 reason they're walking out of that building with a win.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.
Cortei.